Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello.
Right now, our group got a presentation about capitalist economy. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. First, it's me, Islam Arti Rahayu, with last ID number 248.
My name is Satya Putra Ramadiwa. The last name ID number 249.
My name is Rizal Bagas Pradita. My last ID number 250.
My name is Maudijian Rahmadini. My last ID number is 251.
My name is Yunita Safitri. My last ID number 301.
My name is Dialva Sawangga Faturoma and my last ID number 302.
The definition of capitalist economy. The capitalist economy is an economic system that gives society the freedom to engage in economic activities to seek profit. In this system, the government plays a role only as a facilitator of economic activities, while economic control is handed over to the private sector. Next. The history of capitalist economy. The concept was born in 1648 and became known with the Peace of Westphalia, which marked the end of the 30 Years' War between Catholic and Protestant in Europe. In the agreement, it was stated that countries that were already independent were considered nation whose political authority was not governed by the church. Since then, Paul's authority has been limited to the scope of the church. This idea was influenced by rationalists, which further strengthened the concept of capitalism. Subsequently, people began to believe that an individual destiny should determined by that individual alone. As a result, they feel that every individual had the right to own property. This is where the capitalist economic system began to emerge and develop to this day.
Okay, the next characteristic of a capital economic system. The first, recognition of personal right. In a capital economic system, personal rights are recognition of so that many people are free to accumulate wealth and property. The two, justice system. In a capital economic system, everyone has the right to receive reward based on their performance that is commensurate with their quality and share. The three, free competition. In a capital economic system, business actor can compete freely and hurriedly in the market to offer a product the when to sell. The fourth, ownership of the means of production by individuals. In a capital economic system, the means of production are owned by individuals or private parties.
The next is pillar of capitalism. Capitalism is economic system characterized by private ownership and the pursuit of profit. It operates on several fundamental pillars that shape its structure and function. Here are a simple explanation of this pillar. The first is private property. Private property, its mean individuals have the right to own and control assets such as land, houses, and business. This ownership motivates people to invest and manage resources to efficiency. And the second is self-interest. Self-interest, it can be meant that people act best on their own internet, which can lead to benefit for society as a whole. This concept is often described as the invisible hand, where individual pursuits contribute to economic prosperity. And the third is market competition. Market competition is capitalism encourage competition among business. The competition drive innovation and efficiency, ensuring that consumers have choice and that prices reflect supply and demand. And next, and the fourth is market mechanism. Market mechanism is prices are determined through the interaction of buyer and seller in the market. So the decentralized approach allow the flexibility response to change in supply and demand. And five is freedom of choice. Freedom of choice is consumers have the freedom to choose the product and service, while producer can decide what to sell and how to operate their business. Their freedom fosters a diverse marketplace. And the last is limited government role. Of course, government is playing all the economic system. Like in a capitalist system, the government role is primarily to protect property rights and maintain order, rather than to control economic activities directly. This limited intervention allow market to function freely. And the next is for my friends.
Next is advantage of capitalist economy. First is market efficiency. Market mechanisms promote efficiency as producer must compete to offer quality goods and service at competitive price. Second is innovation. Profit incentive encourage individuals and firms to create new products, technology, and better solutions. Third, economic freedom. Individuals and firms have the freedom to make economic decisions such as investing, producing, or buying goods. Fourth, high productivity. Market competition usually increases productivity as firms must continuously improve quality and efficiency. Next is disadvantage of capitalist economy. First, social inequality. Wealth is often concentrated in the hands of a few, creating significant economic disparities. Second is labor exploitation. Companies may prioritize profit at the expense of employee welfare, such as low pay or poor working conditions. Third, economic crisis. Capitalism is prone to boom and bust cycle or growth and recession, which can lead to economic instability. And the last is monopoly. In some cases, large companies can dominate the market and reducing competition.
Countries that implement the capitalist system. First, USA or America. The United States is the most well-known example of a country with a pure capitalist system. Here, the free market plays a major role in the economy. Private companies the control over most sectors of the economy, and market competition, which is not heavily regulated by the government, promote efficiency and innovation. Sectors such as technology, automotive, and energy are dominated by large companies focused on profit. Second, England. The United Kingdom is also a capitalist country, although it involves more government intervention compared to the United States. The UK has a highly developed private sector with large companies in finance, manufacturing, and trade. The UK government supports open market policies and promotes foreign investment and economic freedom. Third, Singapore. Singapore is an example of a small country with a highly successful capitalist system. It has a very open economy and is market-oriented with a highly developed private sector, especially in technology, finance, and trade. Singapore is also known for its pro-business policies and infrastructure that support foreign investment. Next. Example of capitalist practice in Indonesia. The case of PT Freeport in Papua. The capitalist system is visible in Indonesia through Freeport Indonesia, which operates large gold and copper mines in Papua. Indonesian economic policies which encourage free market and foreign investment have allowed companies like Freeport and Simoran to manage natural resources for profit. In capitalism, natural resources are seen as commodities to be traded and used for profit. The Indonesian government allows both local and foreign companies to manage important sectors like mining. Although the government shares some of revenue, most of the profit go to private companies. Effective capitalism focus on making for profit. The agreement between Freeport and the government shows a business relationship that benefit both sides. Overall, PT Freeport Indonesia is a good example of capitalism in Indonesia, where private companies manage natural resources to make a profit, while the government helps regulate the market.
Okay, next, the difference between a capitalist and a socialist economy. The first one is determination of price. Determination of price in capitalist economy, the demand and supply force influence the price of a good and service. While in social economy, the price of good and service is under the government supervision and control. And then the second is motive of product. The motive of product and good service in capitalist economy is to earn profit, while the motive of producing good and service in social economy is the welfare of the general public. Next. And then the third one is role of government. There is a minimal or no role of the government in capitalist economy when it's come the production and distribution of goods and service, while in social economy the government has complete control over the production and distribution of goods and service. And then the last one is competition. Competition between multiple business is an integral part of the capitalist economy, while in social economy there is no competitor of the government.
Maybe that's all we can presentation. Hopefully it can be of benefit to all of us. Sorry if there are any mistake, and thank you for your attention.